Hey, this is Melinda. I'm back with another one of these Inktober videos where I just show you what I've done this week. I've been keeping up with it, but I haven't always had a chance to sit down in front of the camera and draw because it's been a crazy week, and sometimes I'd have to run off and do other things and draw elsewhere. But you still get to see all of them. The first one is my favorite one of any of the Inktober's I've done yet because it's just more abstract and random, and that's what I prefer, but it takes a lot longer. And honestly, it's the main reason that this video is so long, I think. But it was a lot of fun to make, and learned, I learned some really interesting stuff with it that I want to use again. I don't think I need to get into too much detail because I don't know if you'll know what I'm talking about when I try to explain it. But that was really cool. And then the second one, which I did on Sunday, was just weird. I messed around with some new stuff. I started out with the symbol for Harley Quinn and just did something completely different. You might notice that there's already something on the other page while I'm drawing on Sunday. Well, my friend grabbed my sketchbook and she added to it, and I decided to finish it for her. So on Monday, that's what I did, and it was a lot quicker because I was already halfway done, which you call it cheating. I call it using my resources and cheating, but it was fun, and I really liked how it turned out, so I'm not too worried about it. It's an alternative album cover for a band that I grew up listening to a lot because my brother, Seth, really, really liked it. So it was cool to just rethink how it could be set up with the tally marks and stuff. Next one, I didn't have a lot of time to draw, and I wanted to cover up the red that had bled through from Monday. So I did that, and I got to school, and I had my little notepad, and I didn't know what to draw, but I had this song stuck in my head. It was from 21 Pilots, and I can't remember the name right now. But the lyrics were, "You are tired, you are hurt, a moth ate through your favorite shirt." I really wanted to sing that, but you guys are probably yelling at me in the comments because I'm a terrible singer. So I drew a moth, and then I had plaid. I tried to do a plaid background because there was a girl in the band class wearing a plaid shirt, and I was like, oh, look, a shirt. I'll put that in the background. And it was kind of interesting, but it didn't turn out quite the way I wanted, so I turned it into something a little bit different, and I kind of like how it turned out. And I had French later that day, and I was thinking about it because I was stressing out about something in it. And I tried to translate the song lyrics into French. And then I got home and did the last half because I knew how to say, "You are tired," and "you are." I didn't really know the word for hurt. So I looked that up, and then I looked up the moth thing because I don't know what moth is. Well, I didn't know what moth is in French. I do now. Well, actually, there's kind of two options. It's weird. Google Translate isn't the most reliable. It could make no sense. And then I guess it would be Wednesday. The next day. Yeah. I did all in one setting in the morning, and I wasn't sufficiently caffeinated, so it turned out kind of strange. I started with what would be a sun going over the hill, and then I decided to turn it into an eyeball and draw something completely different. And I made the face really, really round because I've been watching a lot of Crash Course, and they have a lot of cool animations, and they're all really cute, and they have really round faces. I don't think it really worked with this character, though. And then I had, the night before, I had been reading some Batman, and there was this character, Talia al Ghul, that was wearing a dress, so I kind of mimicked the top of that, and it looks kind of Asian, which doesn't really go with it either. And then she had a crown, because I was like, yeah, let's make her royalty. And I don't know if all the elements really, they're all cool, kind of cool by themselves, but together they don't really work as well, I think. And then October 13th, I walked into math class and I didn't know what to draw, and I asked my friend, and she said, draw a flute, and I was like, okay. So I drew one line and decided to draw something completely different, and it's just a girl standing on a fairly unstable looking random structure, looking out into the distance, and I draw stuff with different figures just staring out where you can't see a lot. I don't really, I don't know, I'm really drawn to that imagery of them just like looking at something that you can't see and like standing up really high somewhere they had to climb to get a better view of this thing that you don't really know what it is, so it's kind of whatever you want, and it's kind of nothing, and it's kind of everything. I don't know if that actually makes sense, but it makes me happy, so I do it. And I really like how the background turned out, because I was just like making up some shading stuff, and it turned out like an interesting texture-y thing, I guess, and I don't really do a lot of texture, so that was kind of a surprise. And then the next day is actually still today as I'm recording this. I had a geography. I always call it geology, but it's a geography test. And I was freaking out about it, and I was thinking about it. So I drew like these little compasses you see on the maps, and then I drew a legend behind it. And the legend just has like utter nonsense written on it. Like, there's one thing vaguely related to weather on it, and everything else is just random phrases that popped in my head. But I did like some stippling on it, and I really like how the stippling turned out, and like it made it like kind of a gradient and look old timey, and it made me really happy.